Attention to Salem for the pledge.
Good morning. Please join me in a moment of silence. Please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Remember to show respect, make a difference, and set the bar high. Have a great day. Now back to the announcers.
Student Council will be selling pink bubblegum and other items at lunch during the month of October. Proceeds will go to support breast cancer awareness.
Attention cheerleaders. Our football cheer banquet is tonight at 6:30 p.m. at St. Andrew's Church. Uniforms should be cleaned and in a bag labeled with your name to turn in tonight. Uniforms can also be turned into the office this week if not attending the banquet.
Basketball cheer starts Monday, October 16th. Cheerleaders should be dressed for practice and meet in the cafeteria. They should have a physical on file and bring $10 transportation fee if they have not done so already.
If you are interested in being in intramural weightlifting, it does not start until October 24th.
And now for a special announcement.
My name is Kate Trueblood, and on behalf of the 7th grade volleyball team, I'm honored to present the Big 11 trophy to our principal, Miss Dean Knoll.
We ended our season on Saturday with a combined record of 18 wins and 8 losses.
We outlasted Concord in the final set to seal the victory. It was a great season by all, and I'm already looking forward to next year.
Well, congratulations, girls. I tell you what, we've had some fun times this season, haven't we? Got to bring in lots of trophies. So wonderful. I am so proud of all of you for being such a great example and excited to see what's coming up next. So thank you, thank you. Congratulations, ladies.
Thank you.
All right, I think we're going to change gears here a little bit, and I'm going to join the table. Can you stay at your table for a little bit here? Thank you. Maybe. Wonderful. All right, well, good morning. Good morning, Mr. Reiniger. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good. All right, we're going to get our mics all ready to go here because we have some fun announcements that we're going to talk about today. Student-led conferences. This is kind of round 2, right? Mrs. Schuster was so kind to help me last time to talk about some things that we're doing for student-led conferences, and Mr. Reiniger is going to help us today. So I've been so impressed of how the work that you've been doing so far. We know last week we shared the presentation template, and everyone's getting started with that, talking through your advisory slides, highlighting really interesting topics that you've talked about this year and things that you've liked, whether it's been suggestions for Friday Read or 5-star lessons or some of your academic reflections. So you're doing a great job with that part. So now we kind of gave them a little teaser last time, didn't we? A little bit of preview. But we're really excited about something new that we're going to do for student-led conferences this time. And it is creating a video. So you are going to be able to create your own video that you're going to include in your presentation. So Mr. Reiniger is going to give you a little bit of insight about how you can do that or where you can find the information to do that.
All right. So the program that you're going to use to create your video is called ClipChamp. And there are instructions in the advisory slideshow about how to go to the Google Chrome store, download that app, and then run that app. And then there are kind of step-by-step instructions of how to use that to create your video. Those are all in the slideshow. You can delete those instructions once you're done. I wouldn't delete them until you're done, though. So maybe insert a slide where you're going to put your video, and then once you're happy with your video, you can delete the slides with the instructions on them. But it's pretty easy. A couple of things, I did get some feedback from some students who have used that. Number one, you are limited to 10 minutes on your video, so you can't go longer than 10 minutes.
So no 2-hour movie.
Right, right. I mean, it can't be a full-length feature film.
Okay, all right.
Right.
Maybe that's next year. Okay.
And the other thing is when you put your when you insert it into your slideshow, It does not show up as a video until you click the present button to actually present your slideshow, and then you can play the video. But when you're just in edit mode, it just shows like a thumbnail of your video there, and I don't think that you can actually play it there. So until you're ready to present it.
Okay, that's great. And I know that I'm glad that you got some feedback from students, because I heard, I think a couple 7th grade classes were doing some practices. They were doing some kind of trial runs. So what we're going to jump into next is actually what you're going to include in your video. So, you know, we have been, have had our theme all year this year about sharing stories. And I'm going to tell you that I had a really exciting experience this week to share our Schmucker story. And that was on Monday night. I got to go to the board meeting, so the school board that meets every month. That's always fun. Yes, right? It was really fun this time because I got to share about all of you and all of our Schmucker students and the victories and things that we've done so far this year. So I shared about advisory time, shared about our athletic victories, shared about some of the things our teachers are doing, some of our extracurricular clubs, whether it was Spartan Bots or National Junior Honor Society. So we have so much to celebrate here. And I probably don't say that often enough to our students, but you always do such a good job every day that you come here, and you are always trying to be the best that you can be, whether it's a during school event or after school event. So for me, it was great to be able to celebrate our story and share that with our school board. And again, it was just a great experience. As a principal, it made my heart happy, and it was a great evening, a great board meeting. So kind of continuing on that theme, I want to give you the opportunity to share your story with your families that are coming for student-led conferences. And again, remember, we want to make sure that everybody comes to conferences. We would really like to have 100% of you here with someone to share your story and to share all the hard work that you've done. So we're kind of going to give you, what would you say, kind of an outline or guidelines to kind of help you create your movie, to create your little video that you're going to share that's going to tell your story. So again, the title of this is kind of going to be Your Future Story. So tell your future story. So we have 3 parts to it that Mr. Reiniger and I are going to share. So the first one is you're going to start by the end of the year, I hope to, and then you're going to fill in the blank. So that could be anything, like you could talk about your goals that you wish to accomplish by the end of this school year. So that could be academic goals, that could be, do you want to try out for a club or a sport? Do you want to join like an after-school club? What events do you want to attend? Maybe there's certain things that you're really looking forward to this year. So that's the first part.
Okay, so the second part is going to be, by the time I am at Penn, I hope to. So for some of you, that's going to come sooner than others, right? So the 8th graders, I mean, that's coming pretty fast. Absolutely. But 6th graders, you have a little more time, but it goes really fast, don't you think?
It does.
So in this section, you're going to talk about what you want to accomplish in high school. So maybe some things like maybe you want to play a sport in high school. Maybe you have some academic goals. Maybe you want to try to be a valedictorian. Maybe you want to be part of National Honor Society. Maybe there are certain classes you're really interested in, because there are a lot of really cool classes at Penn. Or maybe you want to do some things with some of the after-school clubs.
Yeah, so kind of keeping it open, thinking in high school. Then we get to the last section. So this is the 3rd section, and this is getting really out there. You're going to have to be creative. So this one, it says, by the time I graduate from Penn, I hope to. So in this section, we want you to think, what do you want to do after high school? So what job do you want to have? Do you want to go to college, armed services? What do you want to do like in adulthood? Like, do you want to get married? Do you want to move to Paris? What do you want to do? Think about whatever you would like. And that's what we want you to add in your video. So your video will have those 3 parts, but there's a lot of freedom. We want you to be able to talk about your future self and what you want to do in the future. So I think that kind of sums it up for the video part. But Mr. Reiniger and I kind of have, do you have one other one?
I just wanted to say, it's probably a good idea before you start making your video if you kind of outline your ideas on paper first, so that you're not making it up as you go along.
Like we did today.
I think I lost my mind.
Absolutely. So, create an outline and then put that video together.
There we go.
So the last thing that I wanted to identify, and then I think Mr. Reiniger has an announcement too. I've talked to a lot of students and kind of in our grade level meetings and things about telling our story, but also the fact that I really value student voice and your opinions. Those are really important to me, and that's what we build community together, is that we listen to each other and we work together to make Schmucker the best place that it can be. So students, I am going to need your help. We are looking for our next kind of advisory lessons. We have a group of teachers who work on advisory classes, and we already have a lot of great things lined up and a lot of fun things that we're going to talk about, important topics as well, not just fun topics. So what we need from you is I want to hear your opinions and your ideas. So I'm going to be sending out a Google form to students and just want to hear back from you some feedback about topics or things that you think we should discuss in advisory classes. So like already this first quarter, we talked about our motto. So SMS, you know, setting the bar high. We talked about how we show respect, making a difference, what that looks like, all of those. We also talked about how you can stop bullying, so anti-bullying, what you can do if you're a bystander. We talked about internet safety. We had a lot of those really important topics. So we would love to hear from you, or what are other things do you think is important to our Schmucker community here that we should talk about, that we should highlight in advisory class. So that Google form will be coming out later this week. So please return that. I would love to hear your feedback.
All right. So I just have one other thing. You know, I came around last week to music classes and talked to you about the 0-hour opportunity in the morning, 7th and 8th graders. And so if you're interested in that, just kind of a reminder to stop by Student Services and pick up one of those forms and turn it in as soon as you can. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're doing app creators, so we're writing mobile apps. That'll be a lot of fun.
All right, students, well, I think those are all the announcements. Are we good with announcements? All right.
I think.
What?
Oh,
joke.
Should we do the joke?
All right, go for it.
So, I'll tell you what. I'll ask the question and you can give the punchline.
Okay, I love it.
Right.
I love it.
All right.
Good teamwork.
So, why does Humpty Dumpty love autumn?
Humpty Dumpty loves autumn. Is it because he had a great fall?
Nice.
Have a great day, Schmucker.
Have a good one.